Sounds good.
All right, the recording has started.
Perfect. Thank you, Sarah. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's Mayor's Managers meetings for Wednesday, November 30th. Online with me is Assistant City Clerk Sarah Harkness, Mayor Pro Tem Stephen Ward, City Attorney Tamara Niles, City Clerk Stephanie Carlisle, Deputy City Manager Tim Dodd, and City Manager Shawn Lewis. Shawn, I'll let you kick us off.
Thanks, Mayor. And Sarah, if you can make that just a little bit bigger, I would appreciate it. Starting with the study session on December 5th, we have a turf replacement program research for some of our water conservation efforts, a study session on the proposed short-term rental ordinance revisions. And it looks like we've got presentation times on there. Do we want to go ahead and plug in discussion times?
Sure. Oh, that's possibly a big one. So that one may push us over 7 o'clock, depending on how many ordinances are on there. Tamara, are you able to speak to that? How many items are on that short-term rental ordinance revisions?
Actually, I didn't draft it.
Oh,
Vicki McDermott did, and it's community development that's presenting on it.
Okay. I'm guessing that that's at least a 20-minute discussion, maybe 30. Just depending on the changes, obviously, Shawn, but
yeah, I've been going over some of those with council and one-on-ones.
Okay.
The biggest one is the one that the attorney's office has worked on that penalizes $1,000 a day short-term rental vendors,
Okay.
sites if they're licensing or putting unlicensed folks on their site.
Okay. Let's try to.
So far, council is very supportive in my one-on-ones.
Okay. I'm guessing at least a 20-minute discussion, maybe 25, and that'll get us right to 7 o'clock, but I'll keep my eye on the time on Monday.
Okay. Then moving on with the resolution approving an Civic Center storage area network, which needs to be replaced. A resolution authorizing the purchase of 2 utility bed trucks from Brandon Dodge. Student art calendar recognition. Renewal agreement with MV Transport for the Inglewood Trolley. Renewal of AEC West contract for 2023. Renewal of Eve Landscaping to TerraCare. Contract renewal for snow and ice removal. Also, I think that's also with TerraCare. Oh no, Keeson Landscape Management. And then bill for an ordinance regarding traffic procedures and definitions. Then a bill for an ordinance for an IGA between Littleton and Inglewood regarding cost sharing for reviewing and evaluating sewer connector districts. Approve an ordinance creating EMC 144 regarding collection of debts owed to the city. An ordinance to update municipal code to reflect current property ownership. Still on the 5th, we have code amendments regarding animal impoundment and an ordinance authorizing execution of Comcast dark fiber agreement. Any questions on those?
No questions for me.
Okay, we'll move on to December 12th. We have City Council holiday dinner, which will be 5:30 to 6:30, and the council meeting will start at 7 that night. On the calendar or the agenda is going to be, well, I'll also note that there's a social after the meeting as well. Do we have that location set?
No, we haven't discussed it, Steve. We may want to talk about that. I'm guessing. Yeah, we'll discuss it afterwards. Maybe the Grand, but.
Okay. We have an on-call contract for maintenance, stormwater maintenance and repair, contract amendment for on-call engineering, Q3 strategic plan update, North Inglewood storm sewer inventory and condition assessment contract award, and the executive session on legal guidance on the water utility, a Dry Gulch IGA for design improvements to Dry Gulch. Approval of an ordinance authorizing amendment to IGA with Mile High for South Inglewood Basin. South Inglewood Flood Reduction Project easement acquisition. And lastly, ordinance amending municipal code regarding victims ordinance violations. Restitution to victims of
Right.
ordinance. Yeah. Any questions?
No. No questions.
On
Do you, real
this,
quick, do you want to assign the consent items for that?
oh yeah, good idea.
Yeah, let's go through it pretty quickly. Where are we at?
So on-call
The-
contracts for stormwater maintenance and repair.
I would say yes, but I would say yes on that one. But any pushback on that, Steve, or?
I agree.
The next would be contract amendment agreement for on-call engineering service with EST Inc.
I would say no on that just because it's an amendment. Well, actually, so is it just an amendment? It's not a going over the contract amount? If it's going over the contract amount, I would say no. If it's just an amendment, I would say yes. So that's just my thoughts. I don't know. We don't have enough information to say, so we could just leave that as a question mark.
Okay.
North Inglewood storm sewer inventory. What do you think on that one, Steve? A no on
No.
that?
Anything
No.
involving stormwater should not be on consent. We consistently get feedback on that.
Mm-hmm. Went down to the IGA with Dry Gulch. I would say yes to that one.
I could go for that.
I would say no to the Mile High Flood District one. Just because I have a question about it now, but we probably go over our own one. See here, where are we at? South Inglewood Flood Reduction Project Easement Acquisition, I would say no. And then the restitution, I would say yes to that, but let me know if you disagree on that.
I actually think that's something we need to discuss.
Okay.
I'd like to see what it looks like.
It looks like we're on January 3rd.
Okay.
Okay, January 3rd, we've got a study session placeholder regarding library challenges and staffing. And I think we'll be ready for that. I'm pretty confident. We'll also have a large utility discussion. It's a new designation for our utility from the state. Designation of the official posting place for legal notices, bulk chemical purchases, ordinance amending code regarding billing cycles for utility billing, approval bill for an ordinance to repeal the TV Chapter 6 TV cable customer service standards, an ordinance regarding Comcast cable fiber cable TV franchise agreement, bill for an ordinance amending various sections of public offense code to mirror changes in state law and ensure compliance. And that's it. Questions?
No, not for me.
All right, January 9th, interview new board and commission members. Public hearing for a PUD at 1314 West Oxford Avenue. That's actually the 17th, and we're trying to keep everything else off that agenda. I think we've
Yep.
mentioned, so.
Okay.
Moving on to the 23rd of January, presentation, phase 2 of charter revision project. And then we've got the off-leash dog update study session. Moving on to February
Okay.
6th.
Actually, hold on one second.
Mhm.
Shawn, we're gonna have to get with the boards and commissions, we're gonna have to get them by resolution on there before the 1st, right? Aren't they seated February 1st?
Yeah,
So
I
the
need
boards
to
and
look.
commissions interviews are the 9th and 10th, potentially. So we gotta find a time to approve, because I don't see it on there, right? Second night if needed.
Yeah, so we'll just, as long as the interviews are on there, then we'll get the resolution passing that on, looks like the
Yeah, it wouldn't be the
17th. It's gonna
17th.
be a
Well,
tight turnaround, yeah.
well, no, if we're trying to keep, well, I guess technically we can have it after we're done with the public hearing, but
Oh, I see, yeah.
since we're trying to keep everything, well, yeah, just something to think about. Maybe we make the 23rd a special meeting.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So my glasses back on. February 6th, monthly financial report, budget supplemental, first reading of Sam's Automotive PUD, first reading of a major subdivision at 1314 West Oxford Avenue for Sam's Automotive. February 6th, still first reading to approve annual agreement with Arapahoe County regarding CDBG funds. February 11th, EDDA workshop to discuss city center redevelopment. This is the Saturday, I think. One.
Yep.
And then the 27th of February, we've got Inglewood McClellan Reservoir Foundation properties. Some updates on that. I think that was requested by, I remember, Woodward. Administrative study on the 27th for charges to the enterprise funds and component units. And the monthly financial report. I think that takes us down to just routine stuff after
Okay.
that.
Just so real quick, since we're doing that Saturday meeting on the 11th, that means we're not going to have a study session on the 13th. Shawn?
That can be your choice for sure.
That would be the preference, just because we do have a couple of Saturday meetings. So
Okay.
yeah, so if there's a way that we could steer us away from having a study session on the 13th, I would prefer it. So
I think that's a great idea. So Stephanie and Sarah, can you all just close that meeting?
Yes.
Right.
okay, no questions for me. Let me grab see if there's any council requests.
Yeah, I don't
Did you
have
get
any.
any? You didn't get any on Monday night?
I did not.
I did not either. Okay. So anything, Mayor Pro Tem, do you have anything else?
Nothing for me.
Okay. Anything else from staff?
Not
I don't have anything.
No, we feel
Nothing for me.
that one went quick today. All right, everyone. Well, that concludes today's mayor's managers meeting. Everybody have a great day.
Thanks, you too.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Right.